What's up, guys? This is Ofo, and this is a UU match I had. I found on the Wi-Fi Battle Finder, and it is using the same team I used last match. But this game is hopefully going to be a little bit more competitive and a little bit more interesting with a slightly less predictable outcome. So, I want to get something out of the way quick. I've been finding it really hard to get battles on Wi-Fi Battle Finder, at least good battles, because I either run into an opponent who just sucks, or is using a team that is not suited for the tier I asked for, because it has a bunch of lower tier Pokemon and I want a competitive match. So because of that, I've been finding it very difficult to find uploadable videos, but this is going to be the exception. My opponent was pretty good this match, so let's see how it turns out. So I do lead with my Claydol here because from the team preview I saw that he did not have a spinner, so if I can get the Stealth Rocks up, they're here to stay. And right off the bat I make a mistake. I do switch out here because I figured that this is either his Flygon or his Zoroark, and that means I would be taking super effective Dark Pulse or U-Turn, and I didn't really want to take that. I was hoping it would be U-Turn, but unfortunately it's not. And I do take a really big chunk from Dark Pulse. So here I do just go for Flare Blitz because I wanted to get that Zoroark out of the way because I do not handle Zoroarks well. Whenever I play against them, I can never predict when it is and when it's not. So here I do switch out and I go into my Claydol because the Stealth Rocks are very obvious and I need a free switch in when I can get it. So I'll be able to spin away the Rock's next turn, because I do have a Yanmega on this team, and Yanmega obviously is 4 times weak to Rock, which means he pretty much doesn't function with Stealth Rocks on the field. So that's why I have this Claydol in the form, this Rapid Spin in the form of Claydol. So I do go for Rapid Spin, and he goes to Scald, which shows that he is a special variant of Swampert, probably just for that chance of burn with Scald. So it works as a set, even though his attack is higher than his special attack. Okay, so now we both set up Stealth Rocks this turn. I obviously set up my Stealth Rocks because I do know that if I get them up, they're here to stay. Which is nice because it does have a Victini, and Victini is a huge threat to my team because I do not have that many fire resists on this team. In fact, my only one I do have is my Damanitan, and that is already at very low health, so it obviously cannot take a V-Create. So, now it's just pretty much what's going on right now in the battle is that I just need him to kill me off so I can get a free switch in to my Tangrowth, so I'll be able to threaten the Swampert out immediately. But when that happens, I need the rocks to be gone. So really, all I want is to force him to kill me, and after I Rapid Spin them away, so then I can go on my Tangrowth. And obviously, he's going to be threatened out by the 4 times super effective stab. But I do go for Rapid Spin here, and he does go for Scald, and here he does get a crit. Now, if anything that helped me, because obviously it means that I am guaranteed those Stealth Rocks to be gone, but I don't think it really would have mattered. I don't know how we could have gotten out of that situation. But, so now I do go into my Tangrowth, and I don't want to over-predict because I need those. I cannot let those Stealth Rocks be on the field, so I do just go for Giga Drain, even though I was considering going for Sleep Powder. But it wouldn't have mattered if I had, because obviously he made a really good switch, went into Roserade, which can take my Sleep Powder because he has Natural Cure, and my Grass Stab, and Leech Seed. So here I go to my Cobalion, and as it's Roserade, it sets up spikes, and seeing it set up spikes, this is a chance for me to set up my own. Not my spikes, obviously, because Cobalion does not get that, but set up, start setting up with my Cobalion. And I was hoping he would go for T-Wave here, so I could block with my substitute, but it doesn't really matter. He goes for spikes, which allows me to get a free sub. Now, here, he decides to switch out, and I don't know whether that's because he doesn't have anything that can hit me, or because he thought that this Swampert would, handle me better. But I do go for a Swords Dance here. Now, unfortunately, next turn, even after +2, I am running Sacred Sword over Close Combat, and that's probably defensive Snorlax, or Swampert, so it probably won't kill. But, very, very, very fortunately, I get a critical hit. Now, that is huge. I'm 99% sure he would have lived that. I did not do any calcs, but I'm 99% sure he would have. And he would have been able to take out my sub with an Earthquake. Now, because he didn't do that, I maintained this sub, and he brings in Victini here, and I was kind of confused on why he did that, but he explained it to me. He said that he was hoping I would have Iron Head over Stone Edge, and I don't, because Stone Edge is the better option to hit flying and fire types. So now he's forced to go into his Flygon, his Scout Flygon, obviously, I can see now, because he outspeeds, and go for Earthquake to take out my sub, and then take a Sacred Sword. Now, I was sure this would take it out, but it doesn't. So, that really surprised me. I don't know if that was min damage or what, but, you know, whatever. So, I do go for Sacred Sword again, because I was just wondering to let this Cobalion die, because he's already done so much work. But he actually switched out, he said, predicting my Mega switch, because obviously I know he's scuffed, he would have been locked into Earthquake. Now, that would be a smart move, but I just wasn't thinking that far ahead, and that's what over-predicting just kind of bit him in the ass. But now he brings in his Heracross, and I completely blanked out. I did not realize that that was Zoroark that came in earlier, so I end up going for Sacred Sword over Stone Edge. Stone Edge probably would have taken out this Heracross. I'm not 100% sure, but because a resisted Sacred Sword did that much, I'm pretty sure a higher base power Stone Edge would have taken him out, even if it's not stab. But obviously my Cobalion has made a huge dent in his team. So all he has left is this Heracross, which is poisoned, his Flygon, which is scuffed, and a Roserade, which is defensive. So obviously he's at a huge disadvantage here. But as you'll see, he does a very, very good job, you know, getting back into the game. So he goes into his Flygon when I went for Thunderbolt with my Raikou, and I actually just completely forgot that he had this Flygon around. So I'm going to want to keep my Raikou around because my Raikou can definitely deal with some of his other Pokemon. So I go into my Mega just hoping he'll go for Earthquake. Obviously he doesn't because an Outrage would have taken me out anyway. And I lose my Specs Mega, and I just haven't showed off this Mega enough. This Mega is amazing. It's what this team's based around, and it can do so much work if it just gets +1 speed and then take away all resistances to Bug on the enemy team. It can just wreck. Unfortunately, he does die here, which really sucks. But now I go into my Tangrowth because I am physically defensive, and I go for Sleep Powder here on the off chance he would have switched. Because obviously, if he did want to switch, then I would have gotten one of his other Pokemon asleep. And again, here I go for Leech Seed in case he switches into his Heracross. You know, I might as well have gone for that because if he had gone to his Roserade, I couldn't have done anything to that anyway. So that's just kind of a safe play. And now his Flygon is dead. So you know, that thing kind of survived a little bit longer than it should have. So now he goes into his Roserade, and he just goes for Sludge Bomb. I actually thought I might outspeed for some reason, but I don't. And I was hoping that I could put it to sleep. Unfortunately, he outspeeds me. Takes me out with the Sludge Bomb because while Tangrowth has amazing physical defense, just really isn't that good on the special side. So there goes my Tangrowth, which is also a pretty good Pokemon. So now I go into my Raikou, and right here, the preceding turn, pretty much I do, because I was under the impression that I thought I was modest. I thought this Raikou was modest, so I thought there might be a chance that his Heracross would be able to outspeed me. So I wanted to get up a substitute. So when I did face his Heracross, I would be able to take it. I'd be able to outspeed. He would get rid of my sub, and I would take him out. But so I do set up 2 Calm Minds, knowing that after 2 Calm Minds, I will be able. He will not be able to break my sub with his Sludge Bomb, and then I'll be able to take him out. And then, like I said, I'll be able to, meet Heracross with a sub up. So he does go for Sludge Bomb here, and it does not break my sub as predicted. But honestly, this was kind of risky, because if he had gotten a crit on the turns when I was setting up, then he would have definitely won this game. Because all I have left, other than this guy, is a very low health Darmanitan who would die from any Flare Blitz attack. So I would have had to lock myself into something else, and I don't know if anything else would have taken out his remaining Pokemon. So it would have been kind of iffy. So I might have won, but it would have been iffy. So, unfortunately, +2 Hidden Power Ice does not take out this Rosary because he's obviously specially defensive. So, I just go for Hidden Power Ice here, because I wasn't sure if that probably would have been enough for a substitute. I guess I just didn't want to deal with that because I knew that even if... Yeah, because I do have my Domanitan anyway. I don't know exactly why I was doing that setting up earlier. That was kind of unnecessary. But now he goes into his Heracross, and right here I do find out I am faster than him, and that is because I am timid. But he might have been adamant, I don't know. But usually you see Jolly Heracrosses. An adamant one would definitely be kind of risky. But that's the game, guys. So despite me definitely taking out a huge portion of his team with my Cobalion, it was still a very close 2-0, and I still had a chance of losing at the end. And what made my life a lot easier was getting a crit against that Swampert, which allowed me to sweep a fair amount of his team afterwards with my Cobalion. But I hope you guys enjoyed this match. I thought it was pretty good. And I am thinking of starting up a series where I dissect and appraise my teams, my Pokemon teams you see in these videos, and then, you know, explain what the different Pokemon's roles are, and, you know, say why I made this team and what it's good at. And that's just an idea I had, and if you guys, you know, would like to see that, leave it in the comments. But that's it, guys. I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.